quest markers and our quest objectives, and we'll talk about a quest here in just a moment, but you can see a compass certainly denotes an open world style of adventure. In the upper right hand corner of the screen, what you can see is the very beginning of a level and an experience bar, so you can start to see the RPG elements start to seep in. In the lower left hand corner of the screen, you can actually see our health bar. It's unusual, it's painted like an arrow. Some of the tribal influences are certainly coming into the UI and HUD, and even though the art's not final, you can expect that those tribal influences will stay. You've seen a number of locales inside of the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn. You've seen some desert, you've seen some snow, and of course you see here the forest. And currently Aloy is crouched in what we call some stealth grass or some tall grass. Stealth plays an incredibly important part of Horizon Zero Dawn. In fact, you can see the UI element for this right underneath the compass is a little circle. That is in fact a stealth indicator. And so Aloy will need to wait for the right moment in order to introduce that stealth attack.
Sorry, little one.
So we mentioned that there are a couple of RPG elements, right? One of those things that you just saw, especially if you've got the keen eyes or if we zoom in on it, is the number 825 that just popped up. So that number 825 is incredibly important. Why? Because it denotes that there are, in fact, RPG elements hiding behind the hood. That is a damage value. We call that floating combat text, and you can see that number pop up. But now we've actually also gotten into the loot menu. Now we've described previously how important the machine parts are to the world of Horizon Zero Dawn, but here we're showing you some of those parts. In fact, that flame coil that you can see on screen is one of the elements that's required to build explosive arrows. Now, machine parts are incredibly important. The economy, the entirety of the world of Horizon Zero Dawn is built around these machine parts. So here you can see Aloy picking up what is essentially a couple of health plants. Now those will fill up your health if you get low, but the important thing here is actually what they represent. You will want to explore every nook and cranny of this open world. The ancient city, the tops of mountains, rivers and valleys, all kinds of settlements, because you never know what you'll find. Guerrilla's DNA is strong in Horizon Zero Dawn. We've talked about this game being an action RPG, but Guerrilla Games is really known for its action. What Aloy is going to do here, she's going to use what we call the explosive tripwire. And that is really used as a trap. It can be used as a defensive countermeasure, but it's mostly used as a preventative measure. She knows, because she spent so much time with these machines, that these grazers are incredibly skittish, that they will run off at the first sight of her or the first sight of noise. And she knows that if she's going to complete this quest, she's got to get those canisters. So for her, the best way to make sure this happens is to set these explosive tripwires down and try to find a way to force the grazers into the traps. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to set down a couple of these traps and we're going to try and create a distraction. The machines in Horizon Zero Dawn do have herd-like activities. And here we have a species defending itself, these grazers allowing a couple of them to stick around to fight Aloy. This is the mighty Thunderjaw. One thing that you will immediately notice is the size differential between Aloy and the Thunderjaw. The Thunderjaw is 24 meters long and it's 10 meters wide. It has 93 destructible armor plates, each with its own health value, and it has 271 animations and 67 VFX. It has 12 attacks, it's 550,000 polygons. And so what we're taking a look at here is actually some of the strategic and tactical elements of a fight that Aloy will want to think about when she gets engaged with the Thunderjaw. So we're going to take a look right here at the fact that there's actually some weak points on the Thunderjaw. As you're taking a look at the leg here, that orange muscle that you can kind of see underneath there, that is also a weak point. If you're able to hit that, you're able to do 4 times the amount of damage that you would ordinarily do. Now the question is, how would you actually take off that armor plate? Now we give you a couple of options there, but the best option is to use the machine itself. So we're taking a look at the disc launcher right now, and you saw earlier in the E3 trailer that you can shoot off the machine. You can shoot off the disc launcher, but you didn't know why we did it. The reason why we did it is because it takes a lot of arrows to knock off a Thunderjaw's armor plate. But if you can knock off its disc launcher, you can pick the disc launcher up and use its own weapons against it, and that's one of the best ways to take down the Thunderjaw.
this footage in. It is footage from Guerrilla Games' brand new IP called Horizon Zero Dawn. This game looks incredible. It's being described as an open world RPG. It's a very unique game and it looks absolutely stunning. So, here it is. Enjoy.
Game, scriviamo layers of, ecco, layers of fear, quindi una nit, qui dice di no, quindi andiamo tutti, videocard, vabbè, CPU, RAM, qui ci sono le specifiche comunque. Comunque io adesso userò Fraps per registrare gli FPS. Facciamo sì. Adesso giochi. L'ho messo qui nella cartella giochi. Layers of Fear. Play Layers of Fear. Ecco, almeno si avvia. Questo è già un miracolo che si avvia e basta. Adesso, oddio, sto registrando col cellulare. Comunque facciamo continua o new game. Vabbè, facciamo continua. Adesso mi tocca giocarci con una mano sola. Adesso la grafica. Ora voi quasi tutti penseranno che sarà impossibile, però è vero. Allora, graphics low, proviamo a mettere high e vedere come va. La risoluzione non è quella massima, ma vabbè. Ok, you need to restart the game. Però in realtà graphics si è messa su high. Allora, su high vediamo 12-13 fps. Non sta andando molto bene, direi. 14. Proviamo a mettere. Vabbè, io prima avevo la graphics. Io vi consiglio di mettere low su un computer come questo. Appli. Ok. Ecco, sul low va bene, diciamo. Una trentina di fps. Adesso apro questa porta. 32. Insomma, non è male. 39. Ma non è male per un computer così, che in teoria non dovrebbe neanche essere possibile. Voi ovviamente crederete che sarà un fake, però non è un fake, perché a quanto pare, anche se in teoria non dovrebbe essere possibile, in realtà lo è. Che palle. Adesso sto ricevendo anche messaggi su WhatsApp, che rottura di palle. Comunque 31. Ecco, già sento qualcosa muoversi. Vediamo. Vabbè, diciamo che è giocato.